Hello, and welcome to We Recap. Today's movie is Badland Hunters. Spoiler ahead, buckle up and enjoy. At the beginning of this curious story, we meet a doctor named Yen Gang Jisoo who is desperately seeking treatment for his dying daughter named So Yen. He is about to inject a drug into her body when suddenly the police arrive to stop the doctor's madness. However, a fateful 5.0 magnitude earthquake hits at this very moment, causing all the buildings to crumble into dust, burying everyone inside. 3 years have passed since the earthquake and everything has become a desert. Food and water have become extremely scarce. Two hunters named Choi Jaewon and Nam San gather all the animals they can find. They sell the meat at the people's market, exchanging it for other essential resources through a system known as barter. A young woman named Suna and her elderly grandmother come to buy meat. We see that Jaewon has romantic feelings for Suna. When a gang of bandits threatens Suna, Jaewon steps in to protect her, drawing Nam San into the fight. Nam San, a skilled fighter, drives away the bandits. After selling the meat, both hunters approach the store where Suna and her grandmother live and discover them talking with a group of strangers. This group, led by a woman, reveals that they are from a community residing in an apartment complex some distance away. The group wants new people under 20 and their parents to join them. Suna asks if her friends Nam San and Jaewon can come, but the woman says that only the royal family can join, not friends. Lured by the promise of nice things like running water in the apartment complex, Suna and her grandmother decide to leave the harsh conditions outside and find safety. The two women say goodbye and leave with the strangers. At night, the hunters talk about Suna and decide to go hunting. Suna notices strange things about the soldiers with them, such as a strange blister on one of them, which worries her. During a night hunt, the hunters witness two soldiers kill an old man and Suna's grandmother. The hunters try to intervene, but it is almost impossible to kill the soldiers. Another person named Lee Yunho joins the fight and decapitates one of the assassins. Nam San does the same, and eventually the mutated soldiers die. This incident raises serious suspicions among hunters. The next morning, both hunters ask Suna who she is. She reveals that she was part of the military and discovered an apartment building intact after the earthquake. The survivors camp there, and Dr. Yang Gu arrived shortly after. Dr. Gu, secretly with Captain Kwan, begins harmful experiments, including the murder of many teenagers. Yunho didn't want to be a part of this brutal plan, so they tried to kill her and she luckily escaped it. She plans to go back and help the people, and the two hunters agree to join her. Nam San quickly agrees, especially since Suna is like a daughter to him. The next morning, Suna is introduced to the community at the apartment complex along with the rest of the group. Dr. Gu arrives and greets everyone, promising safety, food, and water. Everyone is given bottles of clean water to drink and a beautiful room with running water. Nam San goes to her enemy named Tiger, who was in prison with him before the disaster. He tells everyone to kill Nam San and promises them slaves as a reward. They all attack him, but he hits them one by one. When they realize they can't beat him, they flee, leaving Tiger behind. Tiger panics, pretends to faint, and gets dirty. When Tiger and his goons regain consciousness, he asks them about clean water. No one is willing to talk, so he hits them one by one, knocking them unconscious. Tiger gets scared and tells him that he traded slaves for water. Nam San tells Tiger to help them get into the apartment without getting into trouble and then knocks him unconscious. At the apartment, Suna asks the teacher about her grandmother. The teacher tells her that she is fine and that she will be here soon. Dr. Gu rewards the parents whose child is smarter with a luxury room, and the rest are escorted to the basement to clean the water. Men and women are told that they must perform the purification process at all times to provide for their children. Suna gets to know CL class as a new student. When she sits in her chair, she notices cuts on all the students' necks, and they all look dazed. Dr. Gu enters the class and gives everyone a bottle of water to drink, telling them that they are the future. Suna asks him about his grandmother, and he tells her that she got sick on the way here and that they are taking care of her. He then hands her a bottle of water to drink. In his office, Captain Kwan is injected with serum, indicating that they are working together. The captain is helping him because they are getting supplies of the serum, which makes them invincible and very powerful. Then he tells the doctor to create the perfect formula as soon as possible because they are running out of young people. At night, Suna gets out of bed to check what's going on in the apartment. He enters Dr. Gu's office and consults his book, where he finds brutal experiments performed on rats and humans. He then goes to his lab and sees a student in a medical bed with something in her head and a needle in her neck. At the same time, Dr. Gu goes to the basement to calm down the parents who want to meet his son. After arguing, he takes them to his laboratory where his daughter lies in the medical bed. Suna hides behind the curtains. He tells them that he is trying to achieve something greater for humanity by developing a serum that grants immortality and targets the half-severed body with a beating heart. The parents are scared to see their daughter suffering. When they try to help her, she dies. The doctor kills both the father and the mother, leaving no evidence behind. Suddenly, he sees Suna and gives her an evil smile. He ties her to a medical bed and places something on her head. He then cuts her neck to insert the needle and extract something from her. Nam-sen arrives at the apartment with Tiger. Tiger tells the soldiers that he has brought them new slaves since he is supposed to deliver them on certain days. Things become suspicious and the situation turns into a war zone. They all fight with the soldiers to save Suna. In the basement, Lee meets his comrades who were turned into zombie lizards. Dr. Gu injects himself with the serum but begins to vomit. Suna tells him that she hasn't had a sip of water since he came here. Choi Jai captures the teacher and tells her to take him to the doctor's laboratory. Nam-san meets the captain and cuts off his head to kill him. When Choi Jai arrives at the lab, he is forced to put down his gun. The doctor blows everything up with the bomb, but luckily, Choi Jai saves Suna from exploding. When the doctor tries to escape, his parents capture him and beat him to death. Luckily, he gets the gun and starts shooting, nearly killing everyone. He realizes that he accidentally shot the bag and, when he opens it, the body has an H inside. Suna comes and tells her that her daughter would not have wanted this. When he is about to shoot Suna, Nam-sen kills him. After that, it starts to rain and everyone goes back to their lives. Then the story ends. If you enjoy this content and want more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like it, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below. Your support means a lot and helps the channel grow.